AutoLine's coverage from CES in Las Vegas is brought to you by our signature sponsor, Magna, and also by Bose and Gentex.
Hey, when have you ever been able to be in a car like this, all stretched out, the lap of luxury, enjoying wherever you're going to be taken to? This is the Faraday Future FF91. Carsten Breitfeld here is the CEO of it. Carsten, tell me a little bit about how you've designed the interior of the car.
So we thought about what does it take to create what we call a third internet living space. Basically space, variability, then you can put your seat like you are right now or just sit upright, and have all the digital ecosystem around you. So this was the basic idea behind it. And you can judge about the result here by yourself now.
No, I love this, and I can't think of any other luxury car that offers these kinds of accommodations.
There is none, yeah? And this is why we call this one, this is not an SUV, it's not a sedan, it's a first of a new species, we call it, because there's just no other car outside offering this kind of things. And just to give you an example of what we are planning, we talked about shared mobility solutions. One very concrete thing is we want to implement a service, a shuttle service between Los Angeles and actually Las Vegas here. Because if you use a business class flight, or you drive by your own, if you calculate all the time with airport and so on, it's basically nearly the same time. Now I ask you, would you prefer to travel like this or use a business class flight from LAX?
No, I'd much rather be in this. And you're right, when you consider having to go to the airport, getting there ahead of time, parking, going through security, and the same thing at the other end, I'd much rather be going like this than through the cattle call of what it's like going commercial these days.
Correct.
So talk about the internet experience. What do you mean by that?
So it starts all from a technical side with having huge screens. The passenger has a screen, the rear seat passengers have a very, very big screen here. It's, I forgot the number. I think
it's big. Let's just put it that way. It's a really big screen.
It's big. Then you're completely connected with high-speed connectivity. It's an interesting, just a technical detail. Most of the cars have a SIM card today. They are connected if you want. But if I go from my house in Los Angeles to my workplace, 2 times on the way, I'm losing the signal because the carrier is just not working. We designed an interface module here, a so-called gateway, having 3 modems and running 3 different carriers at the same time. So they can blend over, and it will guarantee that you always have high-speed connectivity. It's a technical detail, but no one else does have it right now. And this gives you really the great experience to be connected. And then on the screen, you can use all the video streaming services, all the apps of Android you have, because it's based on Android Auto. So you have basically access to the full digital ecosystem of the smart device industry today.
And what I love is there's facial recognition.
Yes.
So as I get in the car, it recognizes, hey, John McElroy's in the car. It brings up all my data on the screen. Correct. Whatever I'd have on my phone would be up there.
Correct. This is the kind of, from my understanding, precondition to make this kind of shared mobility ecosystem really work and attractive for people, because you sit in here and it feels like your personal environment. And again, I used this example before. If you stop, you're watching your movie on Netflix last night, and you get into the car this morning, you will see it here, and you can go on exactly where you stopped last night.
Yeah. So you see this capability of having all this internet connectivity as making this a productive workspace. So you're not wasting time commuting.
Exactly. Yeah. So all the hours you spend in the road. And whenever you are in cities like Los Angeles or Beijing or Peking, this is easily 3 or 4 hours a day. You just can work, or you can relax, or you can entertain yourself, whatever you want. But you can turn it into kind of productive time. We call it enjoyable time on the move.
Real good. Well, Carsten, thank you so much for showing us the interior of this car. You go do what you want to do right now. I'm going to take a nap.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow's vehicles will communicate with your house, make payments, even recognize you with the latest in digital vision, car-to-home automation, and vehicle-to-infrastructure technology. So consider Gentex for scalable features ready today based on tomorrow's emerging technology.